Everybody, stock chart of the day here. So today is NVDA, probably the most talked about stock nowadays, and in the most talked about industry, that being AI. So for those of you interested, if I can do a little bit of a grift or plug or whatever you want to call it, you do sign up for the paid Patreon. I do have a small cap AI stock that I am long to kind of play the AI boom and potentially play the AI boom. Stock hasn't really done anything yet, but a lot of times the smaller caps kind of move later, and it's just in the early stages of its what being. I don't know how long I'll hold it. I like the company, but I do think we're in the latter stages of this kind of AI boom bubble. But NVIDIA, great earnings again, blowout earnings, up 8%. When I saw it up 5-6% last night, I was like, you know what? It's probably going to be up more because you're going to have short covering come in. 2.57 trillion market cap. You can see breaking out here, doing a stock split. Now, note that it's up, I wouldn't say only 8% because on its last quarter here, it was up, I think, about 15%. So what we're seeing, I think the problem is now the NVIDIA's valuations and expectations are so high, it's going to be more difficult for them to continue this going forward. I kind of think this is the last gas move over the next few months in NVIDIA. I could be wrong. I haven't tried to stay in the way of it. Like I had a small NVDS short a while ago, which I got out of. And yeah, you can see here, it's really getting that real frothy parabolic feel now. And of course, we're talking 2.57 trillion. We're talking like this thing has almost the same market cap as the Canadian, it's almost the same size as the Canadian economy. So that's how insane it's gotten. So I still like NVIDIA, in the short term here, and AI plays in the short term. Let's look at some SMCI here. You can see it's up 5% in kind of tandem. AMD, I'm sure, is up as well. Yeah, AMD, yeah, just up a tiny bit. So these stocks look like, I don't know, they look like maybe they have seen that. Like that looks like a big outside reversal an AMD. So that actually looks like a potential short to me at some point here. But yeah, NVIDIA, more blowout earnings. The AI craze continues. And if we go look at all these Magnificent Seven stocks, Microsoft new high today. Apple is getting back close to the highs. Amazon, Meta. Of course, Meta had a sell off, but Meta's rebounded. All of this kind of last move here has happened on this sort of AI hype, which of course NVIDIA is leading the way. Now, the funny thing is going forward, of course, AI is going to be continuing. Like this is almost, this is game changing, like electricity was game changing in the late 18th, early 19th century. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be the leader. Like, remember when the internet came in, stocks like Yahoo were the leaders, and, Yahoo, we still use, I use Yahoo Finance all the time for quotes, but you still use some of Yahoo, and some of the things they do. But that's basically it. Some of these things, won't be the leaders. And I think NVIDIA is so parabolic, like it's way more parabolic than Amazon or Microsoft or all these initially leaders were in .com and tech in 2000. It's tough for me to see it grasping this once some kind of decline happens. But for now, I think it's too early to talk about that sort of thing. And NVIDIA is doing really well. And we can see the move up here and the parabolic and this gap up. And when I was looking at the chart, like a longer term chart, we'll get this so we can see this here. I kind of looked at it and I was like, you know what? This looks like it could go to 1200 to me, something like that. And that's what it looks like it might be doing. So again, so stock chart of the day, NVIDIA blowout earnings. And, I think their revenues are up like 100% year over year, which is pretty incredible, so that's just the top line. So, and we'll see what happens going forward. But again, it fits into this narrative I've talked about with a potential kind of summer top here. And I kind of thought NVIDIA, even though the market's kind of flat, not doing much today, NVIDIA, along with probably some relatively good inflation reports that will probably happen next month, that will kind of maybe be the catalyst for this kind of last, say, gasp higher into the summer, if that is what is to occur. Everybody take care, and we'll talk to you later.